rush to the bottom, getting past Justin Haley for third. Haley around.
Moffitt got into Haley. What is he going to save it?
What a save by Justin Haley, still green. Wow. 5 laps left here at Charlotte. Watch Haley there in the black and yellow 24. Moffitt just into the back end just a little.
Never gave up though, did he, Phil? Sure didn't. And watch him make that correction before that thing could swing over with that front end into the wall.
Definitely see the sense of urgency on that restart. This guy's got it like we've been talking about all day. Now's the time where you make hay. On these restarts, we got somebody else spin.
Loose, and he saved it. So did Tony Stewart. Unbelievable save by the men who have won the last 2 championships.
The save, unfortunately, they're going to lose about 20 positions because of it. But
and you see, same thing, just like Montoya. He gets down under the 14, drifts up into him, gets him a little sideways, knocks Tony up into the loose stuff, and both recover.
And I believe Brad.
Dave Blaney around. And David Rudiman right there with him, and now we've got our 4th caution of the day.
I believe Brad may have hit that curb.
Could have when he came back across.
Well, that's why he got shoved up into Tony.
Could have.
NASCAR mandates the size of that opening. Whoa, look out there. Joey Logano a little sideways off the bumper of Elliott Sadler. Nice save at 190 miles an hour. That was incredible. Incredible save by Joey Logano. That would have been a huge wreck.
Mark. Coming back to you here on your bumper.
Whoa. You can see that just that little bit of getting hung up on the very right corner of the bumper there. These bumpers don't line up that well because of how rounded they are. And so when you get off the center of that, then it really makes a huge difference.
Let's find out what that ride was like from Jamie McMurray. He's down with Bob.
Well, we saw Jamie McMurray climb out of the car.
Problems on the racetrack. Yep, Greg Biffle sideways. As he came out of turn number 4, he straightens it out, brings it onto pit road, and it looks as though we're going to go to caution on the racetrack.
I think he has a right front tire that looks soft. I'm not sure if it may just be from locking it up and sliding. It probably is. Yeah, you see he was down under the 18. The car starts up the hill. He puts a little extra wheel in it, and when he does, the back snaps around.
Darrell, I'm quite amazed he was able to drive out of that. I mean, that car was sideways.
What do we always say about him? He's a wheel man.
Yes, he is.
How about Brian Vickers, Steve?
Mike, caution flag flew.
Whoa, trouble.
Brian Vickers.
Sorry, Steve, but Greg Biffle just got the boot from his Roush Fenway teammate David Reagan. I don't know how he saved that car.
I don't either. I think Reagan's got some damage on the left front now. I thought I saw a tire smoking. Biffle on the bottom and Reagan on the top. Biffle just kind of slides right up in front of Reagan there, and they make contact. And how they kept from wrecking, I don't know.
And then Reagan's right side got up into the wall.
He's got some damage, had some tire smoke. Bam. He hit a pretty, that's pretty hard lick. Exactly.
It was a real hard lick. Car really just stepped out with him there as he was on the bottom of the racetrack. We've seen that a lot in the Cup Series. Of course, you know, a lot of changes in the setup of the Cup Series.
We did stay green, by the way, as we look one more time at what happened with that 28 car.
He was really lucky because it looked for a minute, Adam, that thing was going to hook and go straight up the racetrack. So really fortunate for that 28 car.
Good note for Kyle Busch. He won both prior races as he's got his hands full.
Get out back, get out back, get out back.
Wow, that was a save.
That was a great save.
That's wet down there, so they probably may not want to be down there.
And that's the guy who's on top of the board, Rick.
Right,
P1. Fastest car here in Kentucky. You talk about how difficult this racetrack is. Difficult it is. Look how sideways Kyle Busch is. That car's crashed. It's basically crashed. He putting down his own tire tracks. He saves it, and unbelievably doesn't overcorrect. It's so easy for that car to turn back to the right.
We'll go in car with him and watch his hands and listen to the throttle.
I just need some drive boys. Oh my God.
Oh!
Focus out far, Brandon. We can get them too.
Wow! Trevor Bayne keeps it off the wall and hangs on.
I mean,
Danica just drove very aggressive, got to his left rear, didn't touch him, just took the air off the rear of the car and got him sideways. You see Trevor slides up the racetrack. She gets to his left rear. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I think the air started to send him sideways and maybe a little contact. Great save by Trevor Baynes.
It's been a hurricane if it had done that.
Tony Stewart all the way down the bottom. It's almost 5 wide there for a minute. My goodness. That's Casey Mears in the 13 kind of getting shuffled back in that. It didn't take them long to get settled in. Oh, contact there. Is he going to save it? Joey Logano. Nice. Oh, my goodness. What a save. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Well, he gets in the left rear pretty hard. Right here's where Joey just does an incredible job. And you just, a lot of tracks you'll have banking that'll help you hold that car there when it gets out that far. See, Junior being pretty aggressive here. He's really not up there that far. I don't know if Joey surprised him back now. Look how sideways this race car is. Oh, wow.
But watch how good these new tires are. He's easily going to drive by some of the cars that are contending. The 42 of Larson, the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Neither of those cars are either going to hold. Oh! Contact with the 11.
Sideways goes Denny Hamlin. He keeps it straight, and it stays green.
And that's the best thing could have happened with that strategy. If you go out there on new tires and you spin somebody out, you have killed your strategy.
Stenhouse on those tires just coming so much quicker, and Denny kind of coming down the track to get a normal exit.
How did he not spin out? He locked the right front tire up
a couple times.
That's incredible.
You got to worry about that flat spot on the tires. You also got to worry about what that did to the rear tires. So how will that change Denny's strategy as far as his tires and his pit strategy, Steve?
Things getting busy at the front of the pack. Harvick the leader. Here comes McMurray. Here comes Truex. 4 wide. Martin Truex may lead this lap. No, he does, and Burton hangs on.
He saved it. I cannot believe Jeff Burton saved it, and that was over 190 miles an hour.
Burton went off track off the front bumper of Paul Menard, kept the wheels straight, straightened it back out, and although he went below the line, no penalty as he did not advance his position. He almost was out of the race.
So thankful when they paved all this down the front straightaway right here at the start-finish line. You're going to see him take a little bit of a wild ride right here in the old cat car. She is out of control. Never lifted, right back up in front of Menard and kept on digging.
Now earlier today in Daytona 500 qualifying, down against the yellow line is where you want to be. The short way is the fast way around. When did the top groove become the preferred?
Oh, 42.
You're right. Hold on to it. Hold on to it.
Oh.
There was something wrong with that car that came off turn 4, it looked like.
I don't know if he just got loose getting into the corner and went down there, or when he tried to go low, then it broke loose. Heard a lot of drivers talking about being loose through the tri-oval.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he looked like he had a run, and he tried to step out. And when he did, the back end just really came around.
I tell you, but he saved that car.
Oh,
that takes an incredible amount of talent to be able to save that car at 200 miles an hour, 195 miles an hour. That was amazing.
That's an unbelievable save.
Now, we showed you Brian Vickers has had his hands full on a couple of occasions today.
We're about to show you one of the coolest saves we've seen all year. There he is on the bottom. He gets sideways right here, and he stays sideways forever. Now, this is all at 180, 170 miles per hour. That was a beautiful save.
I agree, that was. He finally gets it straightened out about halfway down the backstretch.
Dave?
And his comments were, holy cow, I was looking out the right side window.
Not a good thing, Dave. Not the kind of days either one of these guys were hoping to have here. No, at the very least, they were certainly looking and hoping that they could find themselves a little contact there. That was close. I've not seen the last bit of contact either. We've seen Jimmy be pretty aggressive today, trying to get by these cars, maybe a little frustrated. It's just so hard. You get down into the corner, there's going to be more. Oh, no. That's it. Ryan Newman able to take advantage of that and go right on by, as is Kevin Harvick going to go by. That's exactly what we talked about at this flat racetrack. You get down into the corner, there's no banking there to hold you. That was Kyle didn't give him a lot of room, though, did he? No, and that's what you do. You know that. You can take advantage of that. Just pinch him down a little bit.
You're freaking out of the cage!
11-time X Game champion Travis Pastrana just went for a little bit of a ride that looked like something out of extreme sports. Let's take a look, Jeff.
Well, we've been talking about cars getting a little bit loose off of turn 4, and we've seen this a couple times during the course of the weekend. But watching, he hits that bump, and the car looks like he was down on the bottom, and it came around on him. It didn't have the grip, and this is where he got lucky because he was headed for a backup car, guys, and watch him work inside that car.
Great job by Travis.
I mean, he never quit driving it all the way through that. This is probably, what, 150, 160 miles an hour?
You know what?
Amazing he didn't hit the wall.
Oh, Danica turned around by Casey Mears. Dale Earnhardt gets into the back of her, but everybody's able to continue. Now that happened because 2 cars put Danica in the middle 3 wide. She had to get out of the throttle and then got tagged.
If you ever question her ability to drive a car and her car control, watch this. Bam, Casey Mears right into the side of her. Look at that car, almost 90 degrees, saves it, carries on.
Let's look from Ryan Newman's view.
On exit.
Wow.
Going ahead of him.
Harvick's looking for some room. He's going to go to the high side. Yeah, he desperately wants to get out there and try to put as much gap. Oh, trouble now. Oh, Brendan gone. Right. Gonna save it. What a save. We stand to green. Kyle Busch got around a pile of cars in that, by the way. Watch the black car, gold bumper there, right side of the screen. Oh, a little tap from both of these drivers, Dylan Kwasniewski and Brendan Gaughan. What a terrific job here. Both of them, really. I mean, look at Dylan. He's way out there, just like Brendan is. They both saved him. How'd they do that?
Well, he's been doing this for a while. He understands it, too. There he goes.
Coming around.
No, hang on to it, bro.
He's got it. He's got it.
Now come down pit road. Come on, bring it.
Come get some 4 tires.
He definitely needs these 4 tires now.
Like I said, he's good at what he does.
Come get some.
Seen this a lot today, right here in the middle of 3 and 4. And he's in the gas. I mean, he is hard in the gas. Got those rear tires spinning. Now he breaks her down.
Side force did a nice job straightening the car out.
She's headed for pit road, and here I come.
The orange cone was nervous and should have been.
This definitely may be a first for all-star qualifying right here. Absolutely needed his 4 fresh tires.
I mean, that's Formula Drift right there.
Oh, man, that's amazing drifting.